Uh, Evening, everybody. Welcome to the eviction for week 9 of the All Seeing Eye 2 Double Jeopardy. So it's been another fairly chaotic week this week. Just to recap, Blake won HOH. Blake nominated Alex and Keaton, and then a whammy power was played, which removed Keaton from the block and put up Nick in Keaton's place. And now we have an eviction. So, Blake, first of all, how's it been for you as an HOH spell?
Well, I just want to say I love how every time I win HOH, something fucking nuts happens. Like, can I just have a normal week, please? Like, honey. Um, it's been a little hectic, but once, like I said last time, we almost done.
Has as you said last time, has blood been oozing this time?
Honey, the sweat has been dripping, the blood has been oozing more than before, and the tears have been flowing.
Fair enough. Keaton, as the one that ended up coming off the block, you were still able to be renominated should the veto circumstances allow it, but you then won veto. So I'd imagine it's been a fairly chaotic week for you.
This was a do or die week for me because I was going 100% if I ended this week in the place that Alex and Nick are. So I needed luck had to be on my side this week given the circumstances, and thank fuck it was. This was the perfect thing for me to happen because it went for a do or die to possibly the most chaotic fucking thing that happened this entire game to possibly occur. So I'm feeling really good.
Okay, and do you think you said this week was do or die? Is this just a case of staving off the execution for 1 week, or do you think actually you might have bought yourself some time?
I don't want to speak in certain terms because I do not know whether or not for certain this will save me for longer than 1 week. But I think that if Nick goes, this is going to be a very different game for me than it would be at the beginning of this week.
Okay, fair enough. So, Michael, you were in the running to win the power of veto, and then seemingly a random shout ended up losing it for you. Are you over that? Were you even necessarily that bothered about winning, or?
I mean, I was pretty annoyed. Like, it's not fun to lose a veto or anything like out of like a random thing rather than like your own doing. So maybe I should have paid more attention to the actual background, not just listening to Billy's voice like I was. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if I needed the veto this week. Obviously, Keaton, potentially if I had won, would have been the renomination. So, I mean, I don't think I needed it, but it's still pretty frustrating to have lost the veto. That's all I can really say.
Fair enough. And Billy, as the person who caused that, have you got anything to say?
Michael knows it was completely accidental. I was off camera when that was happening. I would never want to intentionally ruin anybody's game or competition. I think we've discussed that already. I was genuinely asking if there was a red alert going, which in retrospect probably wasn't the smartest thing to say, but it was never malicious in any type of way. And I hope Michael understands that.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about like I completely understand like it was my fault for using Billy as a strategy and not paying attention like I probably should have been, but you know.
I'm glad we got that cleared up.
Fair enough. So there's been a lot of speculation about the fact that the Whammy Comp results are not being revealed until after the eviction this week. Who haven't I spoken to? Pete, do you have any thoughts on the general conjecture about what's going on with that?
Yeah, I have some thoughts. I better not be the one getting the fucking punishment. I've been told that certain individuals may or may not have done poorly in the whammy, and I'm hoping that it was true that they did do poorly, because it was said that this is going to be like the worst punishment by far out of the whammy punishments. And yeah, so I'm just kind of dreading that right now. And yeah, that's my thoughts about it.
Fair enough. At this point, I think I will talk to the people on the block. Nick, how are you feeling at the moment?
It's never a good feeling to be on the block. You especially as a final nominee. I went up before veto, and I was really hoping that I could win it. And when I didn't, I felt kind of really defeated. And I just I have been told things by people, and I am trusting them. And I am that's all I can really do at this point is just trust the people that gave me their word and stick with that. And so, yeah, I'm just trusting people, hoping they stuck to their word. And if they did, that's awesome. If not, but yes. So, yeah, that's about it.
Fair enough. So, Alex, Nick says they're reliant on the word of other people. Where are you at?
I am pretty much in the exact same boat. People have told me that they're saving me. People have told me that they're not saving me. I don't know what's happening. This is the third time I've been nominated on the block. I don't know what's going on this week. I may go. I may stay. I want to stay. I'm here to play, but it's all up to people. So it's out of my control.
I mean, I would say that you do seem to be the first regular block sitter of this season. How does this compare to your first 2 weeks on the block?
This one is not good because this is the first one where I actually feel really in danger of going home. So
Fair
it's a little scarier.
Okay. Well, I think I've just about exhausted the questions that I have for this evening. So I am going to go off camera momentarily. I'm going to give all of you about 2 minutes, either to change your vote or to give any shout outs, get anything off your chest, anything else that you wish to do, and then I will return with the results.
Does anyone else have an
I was muted. I would like to give a shout out to this man.
Why?
Why?
Wait, I need to cycle through them. Let me give a shout out to this man and this man. Last but not least, this man. Those are my shout outs.
They're all actually different men.
Shout out to all the teeth.
I'd like to give a shout out to LKB Survivor, like always. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm not really relevant otherwise. Goodbye.
Apply to
That's a shout out to
LKB7 or
Brian.
die if you have a 10 gauge account. If you don't, it's not hard to make one. You'll probably regret it when you make one, but you can make
Hey,
one.
Alex.
Yo, what's up?
How many people told you that you didn't have the vote?
That I didn't have their vote?
Yeah.
2.
Like that they were voting for you.
2.
Same.
Granted, I haven't talked. Well, I've talked to everybody, but some people just never responded. So
I would have responded earlier if I didn't sleep so much today.
you're good.
I messaged Livingston yesterday and I only got a response like 5 hours ago. So he's pretty bad at responding.
He's a social threat. Leave him alone.
I want to know before the vote. I want to know before the vote. Ugh, this is gross. If you guys ever end up on the block, 10 out of 10 would not recommend.
It does suck.
Same.
Shout out to the Disney University podcast happening in about an hour and a half now.
Is that about like a fan fiction kind of thing where Disney characters go to university?
It's more of a fetish thing than a fun fact.
Yeah, it's more the fetish type thing.
Explains a lot.
I figured I'd fit in with Keaton's background, but I'm like,
Alex, when that goes live, PM me. Like, I'll watch it.
we'll do.
Same.
Like, regardless if you're in this game or not.
Same.
Yeah, of course.
Because either way, I won't be able to contact you, Alex. So, like in the house. So. Definitely.
Okay.
PM.
I have counted, and the votes have been independently verified by the ghost of Jack's ability to count. I can reveal that by a vote of 4-3, Nick, you are safe. Alex, I'm sorry, you have been evicted.
Well,
Fuck
good luck,
you.
guys.
Literally, fuck off.
Any last words, Alex?
It was fun. Think y'all made a mistake, but it was fun. Good luck, everybody.
Bye, Alex. Sorry.
Hi, King.
That made me want to cry. Gross.
Okay, and then there were 9. So, final part of this week to deal with. Blake, are you dealing with the HOH war?
Absolutely not.
Fair enough. I was wondering how many weeks until somebody wouldn't use it.
I learned it from the first time, Julie.
Z, I think we have one more thing to get to.
Indeed.
So, as all twists do in Big Brother, it must eventually come to an end, and we didn't want the Whammy comp to go out without a painful, heart-wrenching, nearly hour-long for most people bang. So, this week we had the final Whammy competition, simply called Whammy Remix, or Redux if you got some weird version of the script. Anyway, they had to go through all whammies that were put together. So, let's see if I remember it. Slide puzzle, jigsaw puzzle, spamming people, categories, an unscramble, 2 other things that I don't
Spot the
feel like
difference.
repeating.
I can spot the difference.
Spot the difference.
Hard
Spot the
sum,
difference, yes. And one more.
the tricky sum with the word problems.
Tricky sums are a word problem that was stupid. Anyway, in addition, they had to complete one last crossword that kind of summed everything up and gave a nice little bow that was violently on fire to the whole comp. Well, we have 1 winner and 1 loser, and their times are infinitely far apart. Because with a time of not finishing and giving up on puzzle number 1 at 0 minutes and 0 seconds, Keaton, you have lost the final whammy.
Bye.
We'll get to your punishment
Whew.
after I reveal the winner or what the winner's time was. The winner, with a time of 30 minutes, 23 seconds, and 84 milliseconds, will not be revealed. However, they have received the most powerful whammy of the game. Now, Keaton, would you like to know your punishment?
No shit, Sherlock.
1, don't be an asshole. It's already rude enough.
I'll do this
Second,
bit, Jack. Don't worry.
Keaton.
All right.
You can go for it. Go for it.
Because I would like to clarify. I feel that implying otherwise would be fairly silly at this point. Saturday will be your second double eviction.
I was
Yeah,
not
exactly.
ready for that.
Keaton, for either part of this double eviction, you must voluntarily place yourself on the block as a third nominee.
Actually, I don't
We
think so.
already know that Keaton has the power to give somebody else the punishment, so.
Oh yeah, like it's going to you right now. One moment.
I knew it. I'm not fucking dumb.
So
1 second. I'm typing it out.
Just keep talking, Z. I'll interrupt you in like 2
Z,
seconds.
will you check my PMs real quick?
Boom. It's in. Wait, that's not the right chat. That's a different chat. One moment.
Not you putting it in the main chat.
Well,
One moment. That's not even. There was multiple things wrong with that. I'm not pointing out any of them. We got there.
Okay. Let me confirm. A whammy power has been used.
I'm the fucking sigh.
The punishment that would have been shipped to Keaton, it has instead been placed onto Blake. Blake, during the next 2 evictions, at some point you must place yourself on the block as a third nominee.
Has to be during the HOH ceremony, so you must be an initial third nominee. As for the prize for the final whammy comp, that will be revealed to its recipient or to nobody if Alex won shortly after this call ends. Anyway, on that note, I think that's just about everything.
I have a question.
Okay.
Should Blake be vetoed? Will there be like still a third nominee, or is it just in case of?
No. If Blake comes down as a third nominee, there will not be a replacement. There will still be a replacement if either of the other two taken down.
We Ben knew Keaton's plan from a million miles away. I mean, he only told people.
I don't think this was a shock to anyone. I didn't really hide the fact I was doing this.
I mean, I have to be honest, I was kind of dumb because it took me about at least a couple of hours to work out why he'd done that. And then I suddenly had to message the staff chat going, so, you know,
and then
the rest
I
of you are all
him.
smarter than I am.
Imagine needing a returnee comp to be in the game. Imagine needing a Diamond Power Veto to be in the game, and imagine needing a punishment reverse to be in the game. Oof.
Imagine actually being good.
Pull this shoe off my foot. I can't untie it.
Why are you here? I'm getting bullied by people. Let me get bullied.
Oh my gosh. That means that's
Yeah.
Wait, pause. Raise your hand if you've not been on the block yet. Wait, I can't say I'm on mobile. Has anybody else not raised their hand?
It's
Amelia
Michael.
and Blake.
Yeah.
Hey, mommy. I
Right.
survived eviction.
Yay! And you didn't dress up.
And I didn't dress up.
On that note, can I end the call now?
Sure.
No.
Did I
Thank
misunderstand what you said earlier about double eviction?
Oh no, there is a double eviction.
Right now.
Right
On
No,
Saturday.
not right
on
now.
Saturday.
On the
No,
next.
Because
Saturday.
the way you worded
So-
that, it sounds like it was right now. I'm like, wait,
Okay,
what?
sorry. In which case, I will go through the itinerary again for anyone who is not sure. There will be a break tomorrow because I could do with the day off and you'll all moan at me and
Perfectly.
want to watch Survivor. On Thursday, there will be a semi-live HOH. You will need 6 sheets of paper, just like normal printer paper. Scrap paper is fine. You will need 6 sheets of it. You will also need your tape measure. I'm hoping most of you still have access to the one that you used in a previous comp. If you don't, you can use a smaller measuring device. It will just take longer. On Friday, there will be a live veto, and then on Saturday, we will have an eviction, and then we will have HOH, veto, and a second eviction.
So we'll be down to 7 by Saturday. Okay.
Correct.
Well, Sunday.
Sunday for us, yes.
Z, you're a liar.
Why am
Because
I a
not
liar?
all of us won't need that. I won't need that.
Stop. Blake won't need that either. So don't
I'm
worry.
sorry, I repeat, anyone who wasn't daft enough to take something off the HOH wall and then complain about it, even though it was completely voluntary, will need a tape measure.
Also not true, because Blake won't need a tape measure because he's outgoing HOH.
Oh, shove it up your ass, Nicholas. Right. Now can I end the call?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, Zachy.
See you all soon.
Zachy.